I was like, oh, smurfing. And then I'm like,
hello, guys.
hello.
So first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Isn't it interesting how it's someone's birthday every day, but it's also only your birthday once a year? Have you ever thought about that?
No, I haven't thought about that. No, that is interesting.
Why do you think that is?
Interesting
No, why do you think that's the case?
that it's only your birthday once a year.
Yeah, but it's also someone's birthday every day.
Yeah. Well, I would say there's just a lot of people in the world.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the exact number. I couldn't tell you, but it's in the billions, right?
Some would say.
Yeah, in the billions. So, and in a year, I believe it's 365 days, right?
Yeah.
So if you did the math, I think it's a lot of people's birthday every single day. And as a human, you're born on that one specific day, right? You can't spawn a new day or something. You just have one assigned to you.
That is true.
So I think that's why it's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, with there only being 365 days in a year, there's a lot of overlap, a lot of birthdays that are shared. And you actually share a birthday with the Rizzler.
You know me as the Rizzler. I'm the Panther dressed in black. Once I give your girl the wrist face, there's no chance she's coming back.
Do you know who the Rizzler is?
I do know, and I actually did know that. Do you want to know someone else that I share a birthday with?
Yeah, who?
Adolf Hitler.
I think I need to cut this out. Anyways,
We'll see if that's going on.
so when I look at C9 versus Split 1 versus Split 2, I think the biggest change is how much more coordinated you guys are. I think, especially mid-jungle, for example, look a lot more synchronized. So outside of soccer, what are some other things you guys do to like build that trust and camaraderie?
The C9 workouts, every morning, pumping some weights and stuff. I think that helps. We're hanging out. We have a common enemy in the trainer, and that bands us together.
Yeah.
Also just scrims. We boot camped twice now already. We've only been playing for official season, I don't know how many games, but it's not that many. But we've boot camped and practiced for so long, so I think it's just paying off, I guess. Yeah, I would attribute it to the boot camps and the amount of games, time we spend and play together.
Do you think a lot of this synergy also comes from Loki feeling a lot more comfortable? Because when I interviewed him, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, he seemed very comfortable. He was working on his English. Do you think him growing more accustomed has made it easier over time?
Yeah, I think so. But I also think he was very good at first. He just came in and he was already super communicative. His English was already at a pretty good level for someone who's I think he had never left Korea before. Obviously, he didn't have to learn English at all, but he was super good. He was very communicative. Even if it was a bit broken, he was able to communicate key things during the game. And now he's obviously gotten better. So it's just, it's going to keep improving. His English or Tanas's English is not perfect yet. So we still have, more potential improvement there. But yeah, I think he's more comfortable with being, in NA, away from family, away from his home country, getting used to how we do things, how we talk. Sometimes, during the game, maybe Blabber's screaming something, he doesn't really get it. Or if I'm rap God in the middle of the game, he might not get it. But as we go on, I think he has an easier time picking up what we're saying.
Yeah, and I think today's game obviously was against the first seeded FlyQuest. And at first, it was very slow. There was one kill at 15 minutes. Then you guys had a very back and forth team fight at 17 minutes. And the final score after that was 2-2. And then eventually blew up. When the games are really slow, do you ever get really bored and say, fuck it, I'm flashing in?
Yes, that happens. Especially when I think that we're stronger, right? I won't do it if I think that we're weaker. But at some point, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm done. We've been playing too, I don't want to say a potential bad word, but we're playing too scared, let's say.
Too pussy.
Too pussy.
Yeah.
Yes, if you say it first, then I can say it.
Yeah.
We're playing too pussy. I'm done. Let's just fucking go. And then I'll flash in. But only if I think it's good, right? I won't grieve the game on purpose just because I'm bored. But maybe by accident, it ends up being a bad play because I force it a bit too much, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, as someone who also plays a lot of Alistar, a lot of Rel, usually when I'm in situations, I'm not that disciplined and I'll flash in and make the mistake and lose my team the game. I've probably lost dozens of games flashing in at 30 minutes. So would you have any advice to someone who gets a little bit overzealous or they see the 4 men engaged flashing and no one's on the same screen? Any advice for...
Well, that's the thing. You kind of hit the point there where you have to look at where your champions are because even if you combo 5 people 2 times in a row, if your champions that do damage are very far away from you, it probably won't be great. And you also have to think about now this is very try hard and sweaty, right? If you're playing League, it's kind of cringe to think about that. But do I have more range than the enemy team? Is Mihir going to hit more than the enemy Lucian mid? And then you have to think, okay, well then maybe I don't have to go in and I just peel, right? You have to ask yourself those questions. I think it's pretty key.
Have you personally ever lost any solo queue games trying to make the montage play?
Of course, yeah, many times.
Yeah. Is this something you got better at over time, or?
Yeah, even when I first became a pro, my first year in LCS, I did just that actually on Alistar. I flash comboed 4 people.
Holy shit!
I was like, holy shit, I'm smurfing, and then I'm like,
hello,
guys, hello. Where the fuck is everyone?
Yeah.
And then they're always I still remember it to this day because it was such a good piece of advice, but it's also very stupid how simple it is. He was Vulcan, good engage, but I think you should look our champions next time. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I got better.
Speaking of you first being the LCS, I actually called that you would be like one of the greater supports. I was in high school. I was like, okay, I think it was 2021 or 2020. When did you debut? It was like 2019.
2019, yeah.
So like 2019, I would have been 17 years old. Why do I, as a 17-year-old, have a better eye for talent than most GMs?
I think just, you know, ball. What is it called? Game recognizes game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball knows ball.
Ball knows ball. I don't think, do people say
Well,
that?
I know ball.
You know ball.
Yeah.
I know ball.
Mm-hmm.
So ball knows ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball recognizes ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Depending on context, that could be like very like.
It could be very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just two guys, you know, talking like head face to face. Like this could be.
Multiple interpretations.
Yes, but ball knows ball.
Game recognizes game. Let's leave it at
Let's
that.
go. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So going back to like soccer earlier, you all obviously play with a lot of.
Speaking of balls, yeah.
Yeah, speaking of balls, my favorite. Going back to you play pretty often with the other guys, and I've actually joined the Discord, and I was wondering who plays keeper.
Our Marty, who's
100 Thieves. Yeah.
he's on Thieves. He's like something operations or like the facility manager, something like that. He does different things over there. He always plays keeper when he comes. The problem is that we don't have a second keeper. So if you would like to come and be a cone in the goal, that'd be great. We don't need a good keeper. We just need someone to stand there.
Funny enough, I used to play keeper.
Oh, there you go. You
I was
should
pretty
join.
cold.
Yeah.
Can I share a story about one time I was playing keeper?
Go ahead.
So it was the end of the game, and one of my defenders fouled, so they got a PK. And they had extra time. I saved the original penalty kick, but I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
My team starts celebrating, but I'm like, guys, we have like 10 seconds left. They get the, I mean, do you call it a rebound? What do you call it?
Yeah, it's a rebound, yeah.
They got the rebound and scored, and I was like so depressed. And on
Your
the bus,
team just, they like moved on in their heads. It was done.
they just like, cause it was like a crazy save, cause like, you know, I shifted left, and then I like leaped like top right, like on some Manuel Neuer type shit, and I saved it, and I'm on the fucking ground, and there's like a striker over there, and they get the rebound, and I from the ground I saw my fucking teammates celebrating. I tried getting up, but I couldn't get up in time, because you know because I saved top right, and then they shot top left, so I'd have to go from like the ground to like there. It's like
getting up is kind of hard.
it's like that fast. I didn't talk to anyone on the bus ride home. I quit soccer after that.
Because of that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Do you know what I picked up instead?
League of Legends?
Close. I did Taekwondo instead.
That's close. That is close, yeah.
Yeah, that's wait, why is that close?
But you said close. It's not close, but it was funny that you said close, Taekwondo.
Yeah, that is true. I think there's like multiple ways to perceive why I said close. Anyways, thank you so much for your time, Vulcan.
Yeah, thank you, Mihir.